Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna wait for people to come in with my impromptu self. Because you guys know how I am. Look, I got something to show you. We're gonna play with something that's actually a new product. Not new to me, but it's a new product. It's not new to me because they gave it to us at Crop and Create in fall. So September 2025. No, 2024 we received this. Let me open this up while we wait and see if anybody wants to hop in and join me. Come hang out and craft and maybe have some fun. I don't know why I clicked on that. Go to my channel. Go here. Turn that volume off. I'm sorry for the air conditioning noise. I'm going to say it only one time, but I live in Florida. It is hot out. This trailer gets extremely hot. And I have to have the AC on, so alright. So we have SpellBinders. I need to fix that screen, that camera, so you guys can see everything. We have SpellBinders Field of Notes to play with. Sorry for the mess around, but if you want to see everything I'm doing, then I have to show the mess. This is all the scraps that came from the class that I took with this to learn how to put them all together and everything. And I don't like all that. There we go. There we go. Alright, let me see if my phone thing catches up so I can see. There we go. That's better. Alright. So, the field of notes. There's the sentiments, which we should check their website. I don't know if they're selling these or not. I'm pretty sure they are. But it says, bloom wildly on your birthday. Be happy. Find beauty in the simple things. Then there are the cutting dies, which are these, and of course they're not in the order because I've already played with them. You see all that cool stuff? You can make a magnifying glass, some scissors, a pencil. Then you have the okay, so this is called Field Notes Tools, and if you, I don't know if that's the number that everybody else has on theirs, but that's the number that I have. Then there are the Field Notes Wildflowers, which are not in order on here, but everything is there to make these awesome flowers. Then we have the Field Notes Twine, which when you look at it on the thing, you don't get the thing that cuts the shape. I'll try to remember how to do that and we'll make one of them. But you get the twine. So it's this right here. So it's the two little papers going across to look like twine. It's actually paper. And then the bow, which is pretty cool because no more looking for matching twine. You can just cut it with your die and have your own matching twine to go with your cards if you want twine, bow and stuff on your cards. And then the 3D embossing folder, which is pretty daggum awesome. So I want to start with playing with the embossing folder. Because, well, to get the inspiration going, I'm going to get a little bit of ink out and I'm just going to goof off and play. So I'm looking for stuff, guys. I've got a sheet of this paper. It's pretty big. I can cut it down. Let's see what this... Yeah, it's 4.5 by 7.5, so I can definitely get an A2 card out of this. What I'm going to do, though, Alright, so one embosses and one side debosses. And I'm trying to remember which one's which. Pretty sure this is the emboss side. And this is the deboss side. So this is the side where the image pushes into the paper, and this is the side where it raises up. So we're gonna put ink on both sides so we can see what side does what on the paper if we put ink on it. And I'm just gonna use these Concord and Night inks because they're green and they're cool. So I'm gonna take this Juniper. And I'm just gonna go just like that. Look, it's only going into, oop, try to keep it off there if we can. And get that ink in there, and ink in here. I don't have a better press, so if this will do like a better press thing, that'd be cool, huh? Got that ink like that. Let's get us a different color. Let's go in with the parsley because I think it'll go good with it. Now it's getting on there because I'm not just wiping it across. When you go like that, you get it on the flat part. I don't want it on the flat part. I just want it on the raised part. So, let's do a little bit like that. A little like that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. A little bit of Monica on that side. A little bit of and then we'll go in the rest of the way with lemongrass. Parsley and lemongrass. That color's showing up pretty good. And I'm gonna go on this side. I'm just same thing, but I'm gonna do my colors backwards. I'm gonna go just like this. I'm just gonna swipe it along just like that. Parsley. And if I had watercolor paper still, I would just use watercolor paper because I think I have to spritz this a little. Because I think that side over there is like, oh look, you can really see that. Oh, that green's beautiful. Look at that. But my paper's not going to be that long, I don't think. I don't think my paper is going to reach there. Cool. Alright. I think this side's going to need a little spritzing. So, oh, I need to fill it up. So I'm just going to do a very light mist. Or so I say that, but look, I got it everywhere. I got a lot of water. And instead of wetting my paper, there's water on there, so I'm not going to wet my paper. And I'm just going to put this like that. Fold that down like that. It's all crooked, but I don't care. Alright, and then I'm going to run it through my tool. My, oh look, it's sticking out. That's okay, because we're going to trim it anyway. I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. Let's see if I can remember the sandwich for a 3D folder. This is the right sandwich, but we're going to try it anyway. Thank God for electric, guys. If that wasn't electric, there's no way my hand would have crunked that through anything. Alright, and then we're going to do the reveal. We're going to do the reveal. I've got a feeling it's going to be a little messed up, but I think it's going to be cool. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, my ink got up in here. Oh, it bled through, I think. It bled through. That side's cooler looking. Look at that. So how did I get yellow? Oh, the lemongrass. That's the lemongrass color. Kind of like how that ran a little from the water. Now that I got that background like that, that color, I'm going to try something else with this now. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to clean our embossing folder first. Clean off our embossing folder. We're going to have to take it to the sink because it's still green looking. And we're going to take the same inks we just used. And I'm going to take this parsley. And I'm going to carefully just go over this like this. Cool, that looks good. And we're gonna go in with the lemongrass. I'm just gonna go with this one. I added a little yellow into it because it's gonna change that color that I put on there a little. Put the lemongrass in there. Come in here a little. Look how pretty that looks. And then I don't want to go that dark as a juniper, so we're going to come back in with the parsley. We're just going to go over this with the parsley. Let's see what we get. It's okay, but those little speckles kind of make it hard to really. So let's go back over it with my lemongrass and see if we can't change the color a little. There we go. Get some color into that background, maybe. Get it really zhuzhed up, as British Monroe would say, zhuzh it up, zhuzh it up. There we go. That's what that looks like. Now let's do it this way. So come in here with the lemongrass. I have to do this on 2 separate papers because I really like both techniques. There we go. And we're going to come in with the juniper. Instead of the parsley, we're just going to come right on in with the juniper part. Look at that. Wow. Looky there, guys. That really makes it pop. That darker color. That darker green really makes that pop. And I'm not pushing down. I'm swiping across and like. And then we're going to go in with the parsley again. Here on the edges, some parsley. Right along the edges there. Just mix it in a little. There we go. damper again. Just very lightly, see if what it does. Very lightly. Let's get more shadow in there. Just kind of make the colors kind of meld together here. Up some of this lemongrass in there. Oh, I really like this one. I really like the way this side looks. You know what? Let's share this on Facebook and see if anybody will join us. Probably somebody else live that I don't know about. Alright, I'll open this back up. Back sideways, there we go. Alright, and if anybody chats, I should be able to see them. We'll see, because I don't see a spot for the chat. Go back. Go back. Live chat. Okay, so isn't that cool, guys? What y'all think? I think that's pretty cool. I think, though, we need to do something with it. Like my left side's card is pretty, too. And that is the SpellBinders Field Notes embossing folder. The number on the embossing folder is E3D-106. I'm assuming that's the item number if you're looking it up. I used to have an affiliate link for this company, but when they stopped using Share Sale, I lost my affiliation because, well, I don't know why, but I did. Anyway, they just didn't automatically switch everybody over. Alright, so I'm going to make I guess I should have pulled these out of here before, but I didn't want to lose any pieces. Alright, let's make us a magnifying glass. Matter of fact, let's just put all these together. Let's do that. So you can see them put together. So let's see. I'm going to try to use the papers they gave me in the class. So for the scissor handles, we use, this is all Spellbinder paper. And we'll use this if there's enough for the magnifying glass. This for the magnifying glass. So let's do that. And this was for the magnifying glass. This orange is for the scissor handles. We'll do that in a minute. Right. This is, if you're looking at these, this goes to the pencil. So that piece is for the pencil. This one is for, if you turn it over, it looks like that. That one is for the, I won't keep wanting to say flashlight, but it's a magnifying glass. It's for the magnifying glass. So I'm going to put that right there. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the scissor handles too, out of this color so that they all match. So they all match. Can I get that right there like that? I think I can if I tape it down good. Oh, maybe if I go like this. We'll just do it right here like this. And then I can get the other one that way when it's time to do it. And alright, so like that would be the metal piece that goes in. That would be the, okay, this is to cut the vellum. This is to emboss the vellum. Emboss. This is to cut the little design out of the vellum. So, let's put that on the vellum paper. Matter of fact, let's just cut the one that I did this on the first time when I made a mistake. We'll just put that right there like that. Maybe. Tape it down. And we'll hold off on that because I don't need to do it. It'll cut it out just like that. That's what this does. It cuts those two little holes. And then we'll take this and we'll do it with the silver. The silver shiny bits. Which actually I want my scissors out of that because that really looks like scissors. See if we can get both of them. I can get both out of it. So let's tape that down. I'll take this down to this. And the only thing we have left is the pencil. The pencil is the only thing we have left that we'll need die cutting once we cut these out. And what color pencil do we want? Trying to think what color. Well, let me run these through and then I'll think about the pencil. We'll at least have the scissors and the magnifying glass. So put them on my mat over here. We'll have to cut 2 scissor handles. Make sure they're not touching there. That one die moved. I had to make sure that it's not touching the other stuff. The other die. I don't want to mess up my dies. They're pretty awesome. So. All those pieces cut, but I'm gonna come over here and I really like this side. So I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4. By 4. All right, let's move that to the side. Another handle. Not this handle. We have to cut another scissor handle. I did that, I have to cut another scissor handle. So I'm just going to cut it just like this. Take a look at this. So there's my scissor handle, one of them. There's a little tiny dot that comes in here that you could put on your scissor blades to keep it from looking. And this is our handle for our magnifying glass, and then there's this extra little piece. And I'm trying to remember what that went, how that went on there. If it went on there, I'll just look at the picture, that's all. That's all, I'll just look at the photo. Alright, then we got this piece here. That goes with the magnifying glass. We got this one. That also goes with the magnifying glass. And I'm going to cut this one out again. I'm trying to decide though, do I want it to have... Yeah, it needs... I have to find another piece of metal, guys. No, I don't. No, I don't. Let's see. Let's put our scissors pieces right here. And then I have to remember how to do these because it's been since September. I watched Shannon makes it last night, and I told her, yeah, that's how you, and it was wrong. I was telling her wrong. I feel so bad. Is it just me, or does my screen look weird? I don't know. Alright, I need to get another piece. I didn't think that far in advance good enough. I need to get another piece of shiny paper, because I need to cut another one of these out. Unless I do it with a... Let's just do it with a... Let's just make it this color. We'll make our entire magnifying glass this color. And how we're going to do that is we're going to take this piece, like this. And then we're going to take this other little piece right here. And we're going to put it right here, in the middle. Right in the middle. And line it up like that. I think it's lined up right. I can't tell. My head's not directly over it. It's hard to tell. We're going to line this up just like this. So we get like a little frame. And it'll match our handle. Which we can get some ink and darken our handle. Alright, let's run that through. You guys have probably seen all the bigger YouTubers use this. I was so tickled they came out with this. I was like, oh, I can use it on my channel and be a new product now. Yay, I got new product to show y'all. New arrivals at SpellBinders. Then we got a circle for later if we need it. Missing a piece of tape. I put something wrong on there. Alright. I wish I had some music I could play in the background for y'all. So we're gonna put our... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Our tools are all going to match. Somewhat. Alright, I have a little brad. Let me find a little brad. I know I have one. Those are big brads. Those are not little brads, Linda. Those are quite big and they're gold. I have a little one. Where's my little ones? Yeah, these are too big. Pretty sure these are way too big. I need a little one to go in there. Yeah, that's too big. Well, that might work. I don't really like the fact that it's gold and my scissors are silver. I have little silver ones somewhere. I have little silver ones. I know I do. Thinking this is crafting by the seat of your pants at its best, at its finest. Put a flower on it. I don't want a flower. I want my little brads because I know I have them. I know darn well that I have them. If they're not in this container, which they should be, they should have been in this one or the other one. Or in the bag with the SpellBinders stuff, but they're not. So, I don't know where else to look. I don't know where else to look, guys. Hey, replay crew. Leave me a comment. Let's look at it. Where my pastes are. Get my paste to stay standing up the way I have them. They're not wanting to stay standing. My brad should be right here where I could grab them. They should have been in that container over there. They're not. They should have been right here. Alright, I guess we have to do it without the brads because I can't find them. I have the brads though. I have little itty bitty silver brads that I used to make this the last time I made it. So that's what makes me know that I have them. So, alright, let's just put them together. Let's start with the magnifying glass. So first, these are all the pieces for the magnifying glass right here. When they did theirs in the class, they used this blue. So let's cut this blue circle so we can do it like SpellBinders kind of did it. Kind of. But they did this piece in the same silver. I'm pretty sure we did that in the same silver. But let's cut a piece of this out so we can do it the way Miss Kim Kesty did it in her class in a crop and create class. that is going to irritate me because I know I have them brads. I know I have them right here. I put them somewhere, I wouldn't lose them. And you've lost them. Try to keep everything together so I don't misplace anything. Alright, so first things first, we're going to put this together. So we got our handle. We got our little glue bottle. And on the very tip of this piece right here, we're going to put our little Summer's count here. We're gonna have to start. So there's a little line right there. I don't know if you can see because I put the glue on it, but there's a little line right here, kind of like a score line look. If you put your glue on this side of it, and then you put your handle on up to that line, right up to that line. Do it upside down once you got it lined up to the line. You can see the line better on the back too because the glue's not hiding it. So then you have what looks like this. You still got the little metal piece there. But I'm gonna cover that up because let's do this piece first with the handle. Because I'm covering that up. So right where that little dot is and right underneath that line, we're going to go like this. I'm going to line this up right to it. Right to that line. Or right a little bit over that line. But right there. And I should have ink blended the handle so it makes a difference, but then we're going to come on here and right underneath this one we're just going to glue the silver one right to this turquoise one. Just going to go right on top of it just like that. Look, if you don't want it to be a magnifying glass, you have a mirror. It's a mirror if you want a mirror. Isn't that cool? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the craftiest of them all? Maybe. But we want it to be a magnifying glass, so you can put that like there. Or you can do like they did. And I don't want to do that though. They put the blue like this. And then they put the yellow. Then they put that like that. But I am not putting the blue piece on. Because I want that silvery look. That mirrory, glassy. And I don't have anything special. So I'm just going to go right around, right here in where the rim piece is. So I'm going to go right here and do. You might see the glue, but you should see it consistently around the edge. So it won't be a big deal. Just like this. I'm Miss Glueaholic here. And I'm gonna put my just like that. There you go. If you use the silver on top, it actually looks better. It looks more like a mirror when you do it this way. But there's our magnifying glass. I'm going to go over that. I'm going to take this parsley and run over that handle and see what it looks like, because darken it up, you know? So it's separated a little from the... way it separates it a little from that piece. Do I like it? I don't know. I don't know if I like it. And look. Now if I had fern dye, I could cut a little piece of fern out, right? And stick it in under the vellum instead of... And then you would look like you're magnifying the vellum. But get that there like that. Then let's put these scissors together. Alright, so we need these crisscrossed. Crisscross applesauce. I think that's how they go. Let's use the gold bread because I want you to see them move, if they'll move. I'm really sad that I can't find my other breads. I'm sad about it, guys, that I can't find my silver bread, so I'm going to go ahead and use the gold bread because I want you to see the movement. And if you have a tinier bread than I have right here, I wonder, who wrote the book of love? I wonder if this works in there. I don't think it'll look better than the bread. I don't think that'll, no, that hole's bigger. That's too big. That won't work. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors just like this. I'm going to take my scissors like this. I think they, you know what, I think they need to be like this. So they can go like that, yeah. Let's do that. Let's turn it around. Well, it didn't matter. Just put it like this. Okay. See, the reason this is too big is because now these are going to show. These are like in the way. They're going to show. And that's not cool. A little bread, you wouldn't see these little, these big old things. If I had, oh, I have wire clippers. I could probably clip them off. They're going to be weird though. They're not going to look right. They're not going to work right either because the holes aren't big enough for this bread. But it looks better with the metal there than it does without the metal. So, now we're just going to glue our handles on. And there's a line to put them up to. There's a little line you can follow. Turn it upside down. It'll be easier this way. I'm using shiny paper. Shiny paper takes a minute longer than regular non-shiny paper, you know, non-slick paper to grab onto. That don't look right. That don't look right. Let's make sure it's on correctly. Hi Jay, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. I periodically pop up out of nowhere, and I'm here. So there we go. We got the little Spellbinder scissors. And if I had to correct Brad, they would just go like this, and they look so realistic when you got a little silver Brad there. If I had little shiny paper right here or some glossy accents to make the handles shiny, they almost look realistic. Look at those little things. Aren't they adorable? It's Monday? Oh. Every day's the same to me. I'm disabled at home, can't go nowhere, so every day's the same. I don't leave the house. I don't, you know, groceries get delivered. And, like, my neighbor's gone to pick up my groceries today, so I don't go anywhere. That's why I just hop on periodically. But look, if you had paper that was like this color, satiny looking like that, you could even make them look like that. Look, they've got like a goldish looking Brad thing looking in there too, so yeah. Anyway, so we have our magnifying glass made. We have our scissors made that are so daggum cute. Right? And then we used our 3D embossing folder, and we did all the ink going across, and we got our magnifying glass. Now if you want to die cut some flowers and throw them on there, you could do that. But I have something else in mind. Since I'm not on the design team, I think I can stretch it out to another brand, go a little further here. I want to add some ladybug, a little ladybug. Instead of flowers, I want to put a ladybug in there. Does the ladybug have to be red? Can I make my ladybug like a... No, I can make my ladybug a yellowish. It's not really a ladybug when they're yellow. They're a different type of... But I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to see if I can fussy cut it. I don't know if I can, but we're going to try. I think that would be cute to put a little bug on there. So let's do that. Let's use pink. This is an older one. It's called Daisy Bugs by Pink and Maine. And I just, when I was looking at this set earlier, I was like, oh, my little buggies. You know, all these companies have all these bug stamps. It would look so cute using it with that. You know, not everybody's going to be cutting specimens of flowers. They may be doing specimens with bugs. Bug specimens. So, I'm going to stamp. And so what are you getting into today, Jay? Are you crafting anything special? I'm going to stamp me some bug. Oh, look, there's even a little dragonfly in there. I don't know if I could. I think I'm going to try. Guys. It is neat, isn't it? Aren't they neat? I think so. I think that scissors and magnifying glass and all that, I think it's all neat. Oh, just work today. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish I was working. I know people who are working wish they could stay home, and people who can't work wish they could go to work. I miss working. I miss the camaraderie of the other people. And Hawaii! Welcome, welcome! I was beginning to think you wouldn't find me today. It is. And if I could find my cards from Crop and Create, I could show it to you already made. It is really cool. This whole... The field note part, there's no die for that. You just take a piece of paper and you cut it and fold it in thirds. Right? And then you round the corners. Well, look, do you see how this piece right here doesn't meet that piece? So you fold it so that, let me get an 8.5 sheet. 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Let me see what I got in here. Let me see what I got over here that I can play with. How long is this paper? Yeah, this one will work. I can make a small one with this. You got me? I'm going to show you what they did. Sometimes show and tell is easier than trying to tell. Don't go by my measurements 100%, okay? I'm just gonna do it to 4 1/4. It's probably not gonna be exactly correct, but you guys will get the gist. So you know how you make like a Z-fold card? It's kind of the same idea. I'm trying to remember what I did with the book, because then I could sneak you the instructions. Alright. Oh my god, I haven't done this since the class. You want me to keep it? Okay, go ahead. Do your little Sharpie smileys on there, Hawaii. I can't keep my hands still. I'm crafting. All right. So half of 8 1/2 would be 4 1/4. So let's do it at 3. Right? And then that'll put us at 5 3/4. Right? Time for only one. And then you fold it over like this, right? This is really simple and easy, guys. And it'll look cool. Now I'm gonna have to die cut the thing too to go with it. But look. Give me a little corner rounder here. Excuse me, sorry. I'm usually singing, but my brain is having to work today. I can't sing and think. Alright, I'm going to use the 1/2 inch. I still haven't learned the difference between the 1/2 inch and the 1/4 inch, what the big deal is. But I'm just going to go just like this. I'm going to unfold that, because I want to do that separate. I don't want to... Oh! I'm going to do that part separately. How embarrassing. Right. Alright, I'm doing the other part now. And then I'm going to round off these corners right here. The craft looks really cool, but you could do it with whatever color you want. Yeah, it's like a trifold, exactly. It just doesn't reach all the way to here. See? That's all that is. And then you just cut this piece out, which we'll do that in a second. Let's finish our other card first. Let's go back to the original card. Or no, let's do this. We've jumped over here. We can do the other card. We can finish the other card in a minute. Let's die cut this out so everybody can see how to do it. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, I popped on, decided I wanted to play. I just showed him how to make a little field notebook. And, you know, if you have like a little notepad, you can put that in there. If you got SpellBinders Stitching Die of the Month, if you can make it little with the paper, and that would be adorable in something like this. You could do it this way, or you could do it this way. Your field notebook can be either way. You know, however you want it. The front of the thing shows it this way. In class, we did it this way, but it wasn't this big of a fold. It was less of a fold, I think. But, alright, we're going to cut the twine to go on that. What color twine? I pulled out orange. Let's see. And I have to do 2 of these. Why did we have to do 2 of these, Melissa? I don't remember why we had to do 2 of them. I don't think we need to do 2 of them for this. For some reason in our class project, we had to have 2 of these big long ones, but I don't think we need it. That ain't gonna match. That won't match. That'll match. Yeah? I don't think I like that. The orange is throwing me. We'll do it with the blue anyway, just because for time's sake and just showing you guys how to do this stuff. I was so excited when I saw they were coming out with this set because I was like, yay, I can do something that's new product. I still got to put some bugs on this one here. Still got to get some ladybugs and dragonflies on there. That's what that needs. I don't want to do the flowers. I'm not a big flower person. If you guys watched me for any length of time, you'll know I'm not a big flower person. That's just, don't need that. I'm telling you guys, if you ever had to sit down at my desk, you probably wouldn't be able to grab because it's such a clutter. It's chaos. I tell you, it's chaos. All right. Try to remember why. I don't know why this is bent. Melissa Hawaii is saying hello to you. She sees you. Our resident clown is seeing you. I don't know how I bent it. My die is bent, but it still cuts. Alright, let's get our cool little pokey tool. Pokey tool, where are you? Pokey tool, I need you. Instead of funny face, I love you, funny face, I need you. It's pokey tool, where are you? Pokey tool, I need you. 'Cause you are the sweetest tool I've ever had. Pokey tool, believe me. Pokey tool, don't leave me. Okay. That's a little out there, but you know. You know, what's the point? I mean, if you're not having fun at the craft table, then what are you doing? I know not everybody's a lunatic like me, but it's all good. It's all good. Alright, so we got all these little pieces cut out. We'll get the inside pieces that we don't need out of there. Get that out of there. Alright, we got our 2 bow pieces. We got our stringies. We got our bow middle, and we got this. And then we got this piece here. Which we're going to have to make some more. So you would put this right here like this, right? Now if you had a wax seal, you could put a wax seal on that. You could. But we're going to put the bow on it. And we're just going to fold this over just like so. And we're going to fold this piece over just like so. And then that's why I think we do 2 of them. Yeah, we needed 2 of this one. And I think the reason is because we need to attach these so we could slide it on and off maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to do it like a belly band. I'm going to get me a little scrap. I'll get me a scrap paper. And I'm going to put it across and I'm going to attach them. Gotta love our Hawaii. Alright. And I don't want to make it so that it's tight. I want it to be able to, I mean, it's a very fragile paper. So I've only made the card where this doesn't wrap completely around. So that should reach. I'm just gonna make that go. I mean, you're not gonna look at, they're not gonna really be paying that much attention to the back side of the card. Just whoop, just like that. Just hold them glue pieces like that. And then slide it in. See if we can do it without messing it up. There we go. I did it backwards. Do it this way. Here we go. Just do it like a little belly band. And then we're going to put our bow together and then we'll put our bow on it. It's all fragile stuff, man. Fragile, fragile, fragile. So, I want my bows to go like that. You can do your bowstrings downward however you want them. I want them exactly like that. So I'm going to put this on top of this. Just like that. And then I'm going to stack my bows on there. Put that one there. Oop, get over here, little bow piece. Little twine string. And then this like that. I hope I'm close enough that you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. Probably can't see that good with the black, huh? If I had white, you could see better. I need to clean my little silicone mat so I could put it back under here so you guys can see when I'm doing projects like this better. See? Now we got to put the other piece on. Let's make sure all my circles are all lined up. And we're going to put just a dab of glue right here. And then I have to remember if it goes this way, I think it goes this way because the string wraps. I'm just going to put it just like that. There we go. There we go, and then I move it. I go, there we go, and then I move it. All right. And I'm going to very carefully just put just a little bit of glue right there. I don't want it to glue to this because I want to be able to slide it on and off. So I'm just going to come in here like that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I use my pokey tool and go up under here like this. And then I'm going to use my pokey tool under to push up to hold it so that that glue doesn't get on my You can also use your pickup tool or whatever tool you have that you can slide under like that and then just push down on to hold it and let the glue set. That color's not that bad with it. That's how you do a little field notes notebook. Really simple, easy. I mean, it's just a little one, but you can add your magnifying glass to it if you want, and a pencil. I didn't make the pencil. Let's make a pencil. We're still going to stamp those ladybugs, because I want those ladybugs on my embossing folder. So those of you that joined later, I took my inks, these little inks, and I put them on the embossing folder, which is the 3D embossing folder. I did it on both sides. On both sides. And then I went with the one that I liked the best. I sprayed them with a little water. And so I got that side that looks like that. And I got this side that looks like this. And then when I got done, then I took my ink pad with opposite different color over the areas. And I went back over it again. And that's why I got that. I like this. But we're going to put this here. These are not the scissors that we die cut. These are. And we're going to put some ladybugs on that. But right now we're going to die cut that pencil. We're going to make us a pencil. Alright. Let's see what I have over here. I have these papers that they gave me. So like, this is for the eraser and the lead part. The, you know, the part that's like tannish color on a pencil after you sharpen. Here, look, right there, that piece. But since they're together, I'm going to die cut this twice out of 2 different colors. Yeah, see, we did this twice. I don't remember why we did it twice, but we did it twice for the class. I don't remember what the reason was. I don't remember if we made 2 different cards, 2 different things, or what, but let's move that to the side. And I'm going to take this little piece right here, and I'm just going to put that on there. Right here like this, and then I'm going to say, what color pencil do we want to go with our orange and tealish colored? Do we want a pink pencil? No. Wait, none of these colors are matching with that orange and teal that I pulled out. What about, let's see, do I have enough purple left? I think I have enough purple. Yeah, we'll make our pencil purple. It may not match 100%. It's really, I'm just really doing this, just no one else. You guys know what I'm saying. Alright, Linda, where's your tape at? Where'd you put it, huh? Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go? Which way did it go, George? There we go. You don't remember that? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like... Alright. So we got our purple pencil. Our eraser. This is the part. There's 3 pieces here, guys. This is the piece that goes... the lead, the cover, lead cover. I should have some kind of craft color around here somewhere. Come on, Linda. Pull yourself together. Get it together, girl. Get it together. Well, we'll do it with white, because we can always just color it the color we want. If we did everything with white, then we could just color it whatever we want. Make sure that's where it belongs so it cuts correctly. Keep that down there. Put that right there. And let's run that through and make ours a purple pencil that we need to cut a piece of black so the tip of our pencil is black or brown or blue, whatever color ink. We could just leave it pink and have pink ink for a pencil, but I'm not going to. I want it to write, I want my pencil to write black. There's a piece of it there. Here's that piece. Crafting, crafting, crafting. I'm having some crafting fun. Nobody's saying anything. Oh, earlier Hawaii came in and went supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. She does that every time I usually sing. But I was talking to Jay, so I missed the singing part. Alright, I'm going to cut this piece again because I want the point. Oh no, I can just color the paper. I think the black I can just color that black and make the tip of that black. But here's my eraser piece. Let's put all our little bits and pieces back on the thing where they go so we don't lose them. They're so tiny. SpellBinders loves their tiny dies. Thank God for the pick 'em up tools and magnets and stuff. Like that magnet from the what do you call that? The glimmer? That's pretty good when you want to pick up something little. Like if it fell on the floor or something. Yeah. Alright, we got all our pieces. We can make us a pencil now before we stamp our buggies, our little buggy woogies. Alrighty then. Let's get us a I don't know if this color, if this brown will do a light tan or not. Let's see. I just want it light in color. It'll be alright. I didn't really want it that dark, but it'll be alright. If you wanted to make it a mechanical pencil, you can just done that and I don't like how sloppy that looks. It's a little darker than I wanted it, but maybe it'll dry back. There, that's blended better. It's a little darker, but it'll work. It'll work, it'll work. Alright, glue, glue, glue. You could eat cupcakes in the balcony? Oh, that sounds so nice. You have a balcony? That's cool. Alright. We're going to take this piece. This is the piece we're going to attach everything to. And we're going to take this piece. And we're going to put some glue right here. And we're going to attach this right there. Just like that. No, we're not. Nope, 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 nope. We're going to attach this piece. Just like that. In the balcony we watch. Cool. Oh, that balcony. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you could go eat cupcakes in the balcony. It'll be okay. Nobody will know because you're in the balcony. And then we're going to put glue on this, except we're not going to put no glue on this tip. Just right about there. We're going to set it down like this. And we're going to put our pencil down on it like this. Sometimes Melissa throws popcorn at my head. Melissa, you throwing popcorn at my head again? And then I'm going to get my black... Where is it? Black marker, if I can find it. Find one of them. I'm just going to color the tip of this pencil because I want the pencil tip to be black. Ooh, that's hard to see. I can't see what I'm doing there. There we go. And then flip my pencil over. Come on, flip over pencil. I'll put a little bit of glue right here above this, from the edge to that first little line there. And I flip this over upside down. And I'm going to pick it up with my pick 'em up stick if it works today. I'm just going to stick it right on there. These tools are so cool. Hawaii made you do it? Okay. I hope it was buttery so when I catch it in my mouth, nom 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 nom. Alright. There we go. We got us a little pencil for our little book. How cool is that, y'all? How awesome is that? And then you could put... I have notebook paper on here somewhere. Anyway, you could put some notebook paper in it to, you know, to make it look realistic, like to write little notes or whatever, stamp some notes or take a pencil and write something in it. It'd be really cool. But I'm going to go grab a quick sip of my coffee, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to make some little bugs to go on here. Everybody okay with that? I'm just going to grab a quick sip because my throat is getting funky and I need a sip of coffee. I don't keep my drink at the table. You still hear me talking. I say this every time, but for the people that are new, I don't keep any drinks at my table because I spill it every time. And then it gives me a chance to stretch my back because sitting here for any length of time really hurts. All right, I'm back. I'm back. See, that wasn't that long. You could still hear me, right? Okie doke. So let's put these to the side for a minute because we're going to do some stamping. Actually, you know what? Instead of, I'm not going to put the scissors with this one. I'm going to put the scissors right here with these. With this. Yeah. That's going to go with that like that. I'm going to do the little ladybugs and stuff with my magnifying glass. Now, I've already got the paper in here. It takes me an hour or so to make a card, guys, because I bounce all over the place. Is anybody else like that? And this is going to take me a little bit because I have to fussy cut. I don't have dies for these. And so, should we have a... I'm not going to put no flowers. Okay, Linda. See how that stamp is sticking to my finger? I've showed this many times. You take the eraser to move it, and you can move it how you want to move it without it sticking, and it'll go right where you want it. We might as well stamp some dragonflies too. You dipped your biscuit in Melissa's coffee? No wonder Melissa needs another coffee. We got two little dragonflies. There we go. And I don't know what I'm going to use the card for if I use it, so I'm not going to put a sentiment on my card, guys. Those of you know, I'm not going to put one on because I never know what I'm going to use it for. I might need it to say happy birthday. I might, you know, you never know. It could be for anything. You know, telling somebody go exploring or, you know. Never know. Never know with me what I'm doing. I never know with me what I'm doing. So how could anybody else, right? Right. Dip your biscuit in coffee. Dip. 1, 2, 3, sip, dip. Dip, sip. Oh, here I go, cracking myself up again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. There she goes again. Oh, no. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I was singing earlier this morning in my head over here. Actually, I was singing out loud because nobody could hear me. But when we were watching Shanna Makes It, and they were talking about Monday, I'm singing, Monday, Monday, can't trust that day. Every other day, every other day, every other day of the week is fine. Yeah. CJ, I can't sing. If you're still here, I can't sing. But whenever Monday comes, you can hear me crying all the time. Monday, Monday. There's my singing, guys. Melissa, are you humming? Are you humming today? Melissa hums and then I start singing whatever she's humming. This old man, he went in with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man comes rolling home. All right, Linda, you need to get these stamped better. Come on. I hope they're not moving and that's why they're... I might need to ink this pad up again. Hawaii won't share her... Hawaii? Now, if you're going to... she's got to share her coffee. You've got to share your biscuit. Don't make me put you in timeout. Play nice, guys. Play nice. Share. Sharing is caring. She said, no, I can't see. No, not happening. I don't know. I can't see what that emoji is. Alright, that's going to be good enough for now, guys, because I don't know. I don't think it's going to get any better. I think it's just going to get smudgier. Well, one more time. We'll do it one more time. And when you're using little detail inks, don't do this. Don't smush it on it like that, because you're going to cover up your details, guys. Do the tap, tap, tap method. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Do not smush it like this, because you'll get ink into areas that'll cover up your detail that you don't want. It's, even though I don't like to constantly keep having to stamp it and ink it and stamp it and ink it. I like to just stamp, ink, be done. But, and try not to do like I do. Because then you smush out your designs too. Alright, that's as good as we're getting today. That's as good as we're getting today. Alright. So I said to myself, we're going to color these kind of orangish in color. Let's see what colors we have over here. We could do kind of a reddish orange, I guess. And if you're new to my channel, you'll notice I use all different sorts of markers, depends on what I'm in the mood. Alright, we're going to try this yellow orange and see what it looks like. Nope, it's not a dark enough orange. It's more yellow than orange. So, I want it bright. I want you to see it. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. I'm going to get a ruby red. I'm going to get out my Arteza ruby red if I can find it. I found a red, but I don't know if it's ruby red. But I'll tell you in a minute if it is. I usually can read it with this. Okay, that's rose red. We'll do rose red. Rose red will work. I'm not going to keep searching. We'll do rose red. This will make this one a little more orangey than the others, but we'll make our ladybugs red. The red goes with the green. No fancy schmancy coloring, guys. Just putting the color on. Now somewhere I have little ladybug ephemera things. What are they called? Melissa, what are the little ladybugs that we got from British Monroe called? Buttons? Ephemera? What are they called? Beads? They're little ladybugs. That's what they are. And they're adorable. Adorable, I tell you. Adorable. And they would look really cute on the magnifying glass, but I know y'all have been on here for a while, and you probably don't want to watch me searching for anything else, so I'm not going to. Alright, now I'm going to find me a teal color. Like a green turquoise blend, and I'm going to make my dragonfly kind of a... See? Different marker now. Different brand altogether. You go with what you got, guys. Alright, we're going to use the dark. It's going to be a little dark right there. A little dark right there. Right there. And we're going to go in with the medium. Let's finish it up with the medium. And then I'm going to use the light to do the wings. And that way they're in the same... Well, that's not very light. I wanted it lighter than that. But you know what? That's what we got, guys. It's because it's the dark. Because I didn't use the dark. Because I used the dark. That's why. That's alright. I meant to use the light. I should have checked it the first time. Let's just go in here with the light over it. We'll lighten that first wing up. And then we'll come in here. And just color that in like that. You can flick, You can do circular motions, whatever you're comfortable doing, guys. Whatever gets you your desired effect. All the colorists are like, do the flick. And then Jen Shirkus calls it something else. She doesn't call it the flick. I forget what she calls it. But anyway, I'm going to do my wings on this one in the light before, so I don't mess that up again. Every other day of the week is fun, yeah. But whenever Monday comes, you'll find me crying all the time. Good afternoon, Crystal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in. I'm just playing with SpellBinders product. Now I'm using Pink and Main's stamp set, but I'm using it to go on my field notes card over here. Alright, let's get our medium. There's our mid. Just like we did on the other one. Actually, we did the dark on the other one. We didn't start with medium on the other one. We start with the dark. Now I'm going to go to the dark. Make sure you're reading it right, Linda. Go to the dark side. We got cookies. We don't got cookies. We got craft supplies. Just saturating this one. There we go. Then we can take the mid and we can just add a little bit of shadowing if we wanted to. And then go back in with the light and then work it out. Work it out, work it out, work it out. Work it out. I'm going to go back in with the mid on this one. Just a little bit of shadow. Just a little. And I'll go back in with the light. And we'll work it out too. To give a little bit of variation to the wings. And then we're done with our coloring. Now for the tricky part. We're going to do some fussy cutting. Cross your fingers, say some prayers, hope that this turns out. I'm going to cut it down to a smaller image because it'll just be easier that way for me. Alright. I'm going to come in right here. I'm just going to try to remember to move the paper, not the scissors. Move the paper, 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 paper. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. And do your scissors at an angle, and then you'll see where they're laying down at. This is rough on the arthritis, y'all. Arthur doesn't like this. Arthur said, stop it. I don't like doing little swirly swirls like that. Don't like it at all, guys. Hush Paper Lady's on, y'all. I don't know if anybody watches her, but she's pretty good. Or she either uploaded or she's on. I don't know. I just got a notification. See, when I'm not on here, like when I'm sick and all that stuff. Okay, now I'm getting too close to my antennae. I'm about to cut my antennae. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. There we go. I'm just going to leave it like that. Come on. Anyway, I'm watching other people. You just went and got a cupcake, Melissa. Ah. Well, now you gotta go on your balcony and eat it. Right, Hawaii? You gotta go on the balcony and eat it. God, I haven't bought any junk food snacks in a quick minute. It's like, I have some pudding and jellos that I can eat. Alright, we have a dragonfly. And then let's cut out Hawaii. Mine, 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 mine. Cut out the flying dragonfly. Not dragonfly, ladybug. Let's add a ladybug. I'll cut the rest of these when I'm not on camera. My hand, I can't sit here and do all these in one shot. I have to get up and take a break and stretch my hands, and yeah, I can't just sit here straight and cut like this, especially with these little scissors. I should be using my other spring-loaded scissors, but since I'm doing SpellBinders stuff, I figured I would do SpellBinders scissors since I'm using SpellBinder dies and things. You know, represent the company for them. In hopes one day that I could be on their design team or something. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I would love to do that. Excuse me. Oh no, Hawaii, she ate the whole cupcake and didn't share. Well, you didn't share your popcorn. Or your biscuit. You didn't share your biscuit with her. Melissa, did you share? Or is she... Alright. So, we put that one right there like that, huh? What do y'all think? I think like that would be cute. Nope, you didn't share. Okay. I think that would be a darling. Don't you guys think that'd be cute? Piggy, 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 piggy. She said. That's what she said. With the emojis, she went. All right. It's definitely going to need the rest of these guys, but let's try it with the other scissors and see if my fingers will let me do it. It definitely needs another boogie woogie on here. Little boogie, 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 boogie. I think we'll do this one. I think this one will be easier. Yeah, these spring-loaded ones are a little bit better on the hands. I should have just stuck with these. They don't hurt as bad. Because I already hurt my hand with those other scissors, they cut real good. They're just, you get a better edge with those other scissors. But these are easier to cut with. And fussy cutting is not my forte. I do not really care for it. I'm not one of them people who go, oh, it's so relaxing. I don't find it relaxing. Not at all. Pain, I tell you, it's painful. Now, if you were somebody who you could do all the little thingies, I'm not doing that. Not doing it. Nope. So do I want it there or do I want it on my... I think I'm going to do it on my magnifying glass. I just think they look adorable on the magnifying glass. I think that's cool. Like the explorer went out and he accidentally dropped his magnifying glass in the ferns and stuff. And the butterflies and dragonflies are inspecting it and they're checking it out. You know, like in the movie Bug's Life, the cartoon movie where the little insects are, they take things and they, you know, or like Little Mermaid when she finds the thingamajigs and the thingamabobbas, and I got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Who's it and what's it's galore. See? Those things. You want die cuts? I got plenty. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to craft where the big crafters craft. Alright, I think that's it, guys. We have to glue stuff down now. I wish I still had a touch of gloss. Or what is it everybody else calls it? Winkastella from the other company. Pink and Maine calls it, it has a touch of gloss. And it's excellent. It'll self-level. It's self-leveling. And it's clear. So it gives you that, like if you put it in a dome shape, like in a little dome frame. Like if I put it on here, it would look like the glass of a magnifying glass. It'll self-level, and then it's, once it dries, it's completely clear, see-through. Love it. Now, we're gonna glue our ladybug right here. I'm gonna put this sucker right there. And then we're gonna put our other ladybug right there. And then we're going to put our, looking to see if I have that way. I'm going to pop it up because I want it to look like it's higher than the magnifying glass on the paper. Now I just had those in my hand. Come on. Little pop dots. But I need these pop dots to be small. So these are Teflon, so they're better to cut these with. I'm gonna take this. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Put one on that wing. And we got two of them that want to stick together because I accidentally folded them into each other. Then I messed those up because I accidentally folded them in together. So we got another one here. So then I got to trim another because I messed those up. So I have to do another one. I'm just going to put that there like that. The glue. I may have to end up adding glue to that. Let's see if I can salvage a piece of this over here. think I can salvage this one. I think I can salvage it, guys. Stretch your supplies as far as you can. There you go. And this one I'm going to cut in half. Okay. I won't be on much longer. I'm just going to finish this up and... Bye, Melissa. Ta-ta for now. Yeah, call me. Call me. Alright, I'm pulling these off. That's not good. Get on there. Get on there, I tell you. Get on there. When you don't have the backing on it anymore, it's hard to burnish it. But if you've got the backing on it, then you can burnish it down. See, like that one has the backing, so I can just do that with it. That one too. I'm going to push on it all I want. I'm making this harder than it really is, guys. It really is not this complicated. Wu-Wai, we changed her name. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little dab of glue on all this because my fingers touching it all, I think is like, took a little bit of the stick away. I'm just gonna, just a little bit. Not a lot. And then I'm gonna put it right here. I might go ahead and put a sentiment on this too. I think when I put the sentiment on it, it's gonna be, yeah, please do the thumbs up, guys. It'll let the algorithm know that you enjoyed this, and maybe other people might enjoy it also. Other people might enjoy hanging out with me, you know? Under the video, there's a little like button that looks like a thumb. Click the thumb. Alright, let's glue this down. Because this fell into the ferns. The explorer is out there looking for it. But the ladybugs and the dragonflies are crawling all over it. It's just laying in the fern. You know, the ferns have fallen down where something's bedded. You know how when the deer and stuff in the woods bed it, they bed down? The leaves and things, you'll know because they'll be all pushed down. So we're going to say that's like some bedding area that the magnifying glass fell in, and the bugs are finding it. The buggy woogies are finding it. And then we can put down Bloom Wildly. That would be cute. With our SpellBinders stamp set. I think we'll do that now. Thank you. We did this also earlier in the video. We didn't put anything on this, but other than, I didn't do any gluing of these pieces yet. We just stuck them in there. And we made this a belly band. So you can just slide it off. And then you can open it up and put whatever you want on the inside. What we did, we turned this into a belly band, and how we did that was we folded our little twine piece around the card, but we didn't do it so it was tight. We did it so that it'll just like that, and then we just took a scrap piece of paper and just attached the two pieces together, which we could have cut this and just put these, that's probably what we should have done so it looked. But we didn't. We did it like that. So it looks like a little piece of elastic or something, you know, when you have things and you add elastic to it to keep it so it stretches. But yeah. And then we have our scissors. We have our pencil. Need to put a little label or something on here. And then we got our little magnifying glass thing, and then we got our stamp set here that says Bloom Wildly. Oh, no, we're going to put Find Beauty in the Simple Things. That's what we're going to put on here. It's just going to be a little tiny sentiment. You know what? Talking about that, I think I have. I know I have. Where is it? We have a couple circles that we didn't use that we could use, we could stamp on. Let's see if that stamp fits on there. That fits on the circle. Look at that. That fits on that circle. It'll fit on this one. But will it show up real good if we use the black ink? Or do we want to do it on the light blue? I think we'll do it on the light blue. I'm sorry, I'm doing it down here in the corner so I can see this, so I can make sure it's lined up right. You guys can't see it down there though. See down here? But I can't push this all the way up. So just know that I'm lining this circle up. I'm getting my ink pad. Picked it up with the lid. And now I see this is why, because I got to place this circle back down because it's not big enough for me to use the magnet, and my sticky mat is not holding it. So we're gonna gently tap, tap, tap the ink onto the stamp. We don't want to smudge it, so we're gently tapping. And if we have to do more than one, we'll do more than one. I don't want to, but I will if I have to. I love this. Find beauty in the simple things, guys. And let's see, did it come out good? No, it's not dark enough. We're going to line it back up. Now, I don't know if it's lined up correctly because if I have it twisted any kind of way, so we're just going to leave it like that. We're not going to stamp it again. Misty or no Misty, we're not going to do it again. Now you could color coordinate better, I'm sure. And we could do a bigger circle behind it if you wanted to, but I'm trying not to cover a whole lot of this stuff up. Let's see, let's put my stamp back on its thing and back in its packaging so I don't lose it. These are the only things that, the dies and the stamps gotta go back in their packages, because if I lose them, I'll cry. So we could just take this and actually, I think it should go right there. I think that looks good right there. I'm just going to glue it down and we're done. We did it, guys. We actually did 2 cards today. I don't even know how long I've been on either. I haven't been paying any attention to the time. I've just been crafting and having fun. And I'm just going to set this right here. There we go. Find beauty in the simple. You know what I need? I need a little sparkle on this. It doesn't have any sparkle. It doesn't have any shine. So let's pull out some SpellBinder Color Essential Gems. And let's add a little bit of sparkle. We'll put it on the lady, not the ladybug, on the dragonfly. Put some sparkles on our dragonfly. Alright, I was singing to my pokey tool earlier. And since I stopped singing, oh, there it is. It's hiding behind the craft knife. It's hiding behind the craft knife. So I think this one will look good on him. So we'll put that right there. And then we'll put the matching size. Actually, that's a head. We need to make it bigger. Let's go one size up. It's Bejewel our Dragonfly. I may not do this, but I'm going to see what it looks like if I do this all the way down the tail. What about right there? We'll just put one right here. There we go. Should I put more than one there? I think I am. I'm going to put these little tiny ones. We're just going to Bejewel our Dragonfly. Now I want one more on it, so come on. I'm going to add one to the very tip also. Did I already say thank you, Crystal, for saying lovely card? If I didn't, thank you. If I did, thank you again. I don't remember if I did or not. There we go. So now we got a Bejeweled Dragonfly that it's helping. See, that's us saying find the beauty. See the beauty in the dragonfly? He's a little thing. Littler than us. I think I've told this story before, but I used to do photography until all my equipment got stolen. But I did photography, and I would go out and I would photograph the dragonflies and the gators down at Lachua Trail and all that stuff. That was when I was working and all that good stuff. Anyway, I was out photographing two dragonflies on this leaf, and I thought they were mating. And then when I got home and I zoomed in on the photo, did you know dragonflies eat each other? The one dragonfly was having the other dragonfly for dinner. I was like, what? Yeah, it was horrific. All right. So that's something we learned today. Dragonflies eat dragonflies. They eat each other. So, all right. So this is what we got. We got this little thing with the cute little scissors that if I had a little silver brad, that would look even cuter. But we got our little scissors. Chomp, 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 chomp. Look, put our little fingers in. Well, you could use them like double them up, stack them up, and then they'd be thicker. But they still look cute. I think they're adorable. I think they look realistic. And we got our little pencil. Said dried back just enough. I think that brown dried back just great. Got our pencil. And our little field note that we made. And we got our little card that needs a card base. And that is it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you on the flip side. I'll see you somebody else's live, or when I decide, hi, hello, I'm here. Alright, guys, I hope you have a great day. You guys know what time it is. Time for my last song. So long, farewell, la 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 la, bum bum, ba dum bum, dum 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 dum.